Jehoash was 7 years old when he became king. Jehoash became king in the 7th year of Jehu, and he reigned in Jerusalem for 40 years, and his mother's name was Zebiah from Beersheba. And Jehoash did what was proper in the eyes of the Lord all his days that Jehoiada the priest instructed him. However, the high places were not removed. The people were still slaughtering sacrifices and burning incense on the high places. Jehoash said to the priests, all money of the hallowed things which is brought to the house of the Lord, the money of anyone who passes the numbering, each one the money of the value of the people, whose value he vows to donate, all money which comes upon a man's heart to bring to the house of the Lord, the priest shall take for themselves, each one from his acquaintance, and they shall strengthen the damage of the house wherever damage is found. And it was that in the 23rd year of the king Jehoash the priest did not strengthen the damage of the house. King Jehoash summoned Jehoiada the priest and said to them, why are you not repairing the damage of the house? Now take no money from your acquaintances, but give it for the damage of the house. And the priest agreed not to take money from the people and not to repair the damage of the house. And Jehoiada the priest took one chest and bored a hole in its door, and he placed it near the altar on the right, where a person enters the house of the Lord, and the priest, the guards of the threshold, would put all the money that was brought into the house of the Lord into there. And it was when they saw that there was much money in the chest that the king's scribe and high priest went up and packed and counted the money which was brought with the house of the Lord. They would give the counted money into the hands of the foremen of the work who were appointed in the house of the Lord, and they spent it for carpenters and for the builders and who work in the house of the Lord, and for the masons and for the stone cutters, and to buy wood and quarried stone, to repair the damage of the house of the Lord, and for everything which would be spent for the house to strengthen it. However, there would not be made for the house of the Lord silver pitchers, musical instruments, basins, trumpets, or any golden or silver utensils from the money brought into the house of the Lord, but they would give it to the foreman over the work, and they would repair therewith the house of the Lord. And they would not reckon with the man into whose hand they would give the money to give the foreman over the work, for they did the work honestly. The money for guilt offerings and the money for sin offerings would not be brought to the house of the Lord, and they would go to the priests. Then Hazael the king of Aram went up and fought with Gath and captured it, and Hazael set his face to ascend upon Jerusalem, and Jehoash the king of Judah took all the hallowed things that Jehoshaphat, Jehoram, and Ahaziah his forefathers the king of Judah had hallowed, and his own hallowed things, and all the gold that was found in the treasuries of the house of the Lord and the royal palace, and sent it to Hazael king of Aram, for which he turned back from marching on Jerusalem. And the rest of the acts of Joash and all that he did are written in the books of the Chronicles of the king of Judah. And his servants rose up and revolted, and they struck Joash at Beth Millo that leads down to Silla. And Josachar the son of Shemaiah and Jehozabad the son of Shromer his servant struck him, and he died, and they buried him with his forefathers in the city of David, and his son Amaziah reigned in his stead.